Welcome to another segment of Take Two with Toy podcast. This is Take Two with Toy, and today we have Dr. Ticily Medley with us. Yes, welcome.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm
I was
excited.
ready to get you on here. So what we'll do, we'll start out with a little game.
Okay.
You know, people talk about words of affirmation.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I love words of affirmation. Yes.
I do too. What we'll do for the first, for your first name, every letter in your first name, you will affirm yourself with a word, something that starts with that letter.
Okay.
So for T, what would be a word that you would use to encourage yourself, affirm yourself?
Yes. Tenacious.
Oh, I like that a lot.
So I had to kind of do a similar process where you use every of the letters of your name. And I had a hard time coming up with the T.
You should have saw me.
So,
I love it.
well, and you know, like terrific is a common one, but I'm like,
Right.
okay, everybody does that, right? So I remember like taking some time to find a T one.
Yes.
So I've always stuck with the tenacious. Yeah.
That's a beautiful one too. It's beautiful. I like that.
I feel like it's unique, right?
It is unique,
Yeah.
and it'll also make people that don't know go and seek out what that means.
Right.
What about your eye?
Ah. Now, why did my mama have to
I know
create a
it.
name with two eyes?
Because I was gonna say, if this eye is hard, wait till the
The
second
second
one.
one, I know. Okay, let me. Illustrious.
Okay.
Ooh, right.
That's a good one. I like that. What about C?
Ooh, the C. I think I'm gonna use Christian for the C, just because I have been trying to focus on faith
Yes, ma'am.
the last year
Yes,
and
ma'am.
into 2026. So
Good job. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. I've noticed so many people that are really like stepping into their beliefs and like being bold. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's happening? But
Right.
whatever's happening, this is good.
yeah.
This is good. All right, you ready?
Okay.
You got one more eye.
I know. It's another I.
You have another eye.
Oh Lord. Who has a thesaurus? Let me think.
So we have illustrious.
Ooh. Imperfect.
Oh, girl, why did that hit me? Oh, that hit me hard.
Yeah?
Because as hard as it is to talk good about yourself sometimes, it's also harder to talk negative about yourself. And which we need to, be mindful of, like, we're not perfect.
Right.
But I would have never picked that.
Yeah.
So being able to say that about yourself, does that come from being a believer and knowing that we're not perfect?
No.
Or I can kind of tell where this is
No,
going.
I feel like it is just part of the process that I have been on. I tell my clients, for example, that I am a recovering perfectionist.
Oh, honey.
And
I
so
remember that.
being able to get to the point where saying I'm imperfect as an affirmation has been a process.
That is so powerful, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially, I remember when I heard you first say that. I remember you saying that. So the fact that you are saying that you're imperfect is great. I know. Okay. Hey, and you know what? I'm going to do that more often, too, because I have a lot of work to do. So I feel like that keeps
We all
us
do.
mindful
Yeah.
to work towards just being better and reflecting. Love that.
Yeah.
And then your L.
Oof. L. I feel like at my core, I am a loving person.
Yes, you're a lover.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you are personable. I love that you show yourself friendly and you show yourself to be a lover of people,
Yeah.
which is important too. And we'll get to that because
I
you'll
think
get
so.
to introduce yourself
Okay.
officially. And then for your why.
We can go with yielding. then.
Yielding.
Yeah.
I like that. Good. Thank you for doing that. So now you get to introduce yourself to the people.
To the people.
Yep. Who are you?
Who? So, online, I'm Dr. T.
Yeah.
When I first completed my degree, well, I'll say before I got my degree, I was like, having people call me doctor,
Yeah.
it just feels kind of. However, when I finished my degree, I said, you know what? Okay,
You deserve that.
I worked so hard
Hello.
for this.
No, really.
Like, for real. Okay, give
I'm
it to me.
accepting all
Give it
that.
to me.
Yes, ma'am.
In the settings where it fits, you know what
And-
I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
But you were who you are and you did what you did. And you got what you
indeed.
got.
Yes.
You
And
deserve
look, because there was a time where I almost didn't finish. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm just good with what I got. You know what I'm saying? So when I finished, I was like, okay, yes, I really worked for this. I'll write it everywhere I can write it, and I'll be.
As you should.
So other than that, I'm a boy mom, a therapist. So I'm a counseling psychologist, therapist, counselor, life coach, depending on what the situation is
Exactly.
and which label fits. But at the end of the day, I love people
Yes.
and I'm a helper. I should have put an H in my name.
I know.
Right? That would have fit very well.
And it would have, actually, it could still be in there and nobody would know.
I know, right?
Ticily.
Right.
It
We're
would
gonna
work.
add it. We're gonna
Yep.
add it in there. Yeah, that's me. Like, I feel like I'm pretty straightforward and simple-ish, you know? Yeah.
Which form of counseling do you prefer to do?
So, my niche now is working with other, particularly women of color, who in many ways are very similar to me in my processes.
Yes.
High achieving and over functioning women.
Yes.
And right now, those whose over functioning makes it hard for them to really figure out,
Yes, ma'am.
am I getting the fulfillment that I really want in my relationship? Am I in the right relationship?
Yes.
And how to really get the most out of their relationships. Because sometimes being high achieving, being over functioning actually gets in the way
Yes, ma'am.
of us getting the most in our relationship.
Exactly. And when we're talking relationships, are we focusing more on the relationship with the other sex? Or are we saying all relationships?
Honestly, it applies across the board,
Yeah.
all relationships. I have found like a lot of the clients that I actually work with particularly have challenges most with their intimate partner
Gotcha.
and their family of origin families.
Gotcha.
Right? Like their parents, right? Their dad or their mom, and really trying to figure out how to transition to a healthy adult parent-child relationship,
Yeah.
or recovering from hurts when they were younger.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into trauma, I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Can you identify over functioning, how that becomes an imposter syndrome? Like, we talk about high functioning women, and not only just women, but just people who are high functioning. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Well, and sometimes it's hard to really say, does one cause the other? Because they definitely can go together.
They work hand in hand.
They can kind of go hand in hand. that sometimes the imposter syndrome that, which essentially what we call imposter syndrome is this idea that, yeah, I've had all these accomplishments or I've done all these things,
Yeah.
but I am afraid that people are going to realize that I haven't really earned all of that, or I'm not really worth all of that, right? So that idea of, carrying around those thoughts about yourself
Yes.
actually leads to overfunctioning, because if I feel like people are going to figure out that
Then I need to
I
step
have
it
to,
up,
yeah, I have to always step up,
which is draining.
even though like you're already doing all the things.
Yeah. But in your mind, you're already your own enemy with this thing, because
Right.
you have even put this own thing in your mind that
Right.
nobody's even caring
Yeah,
to.
nobody, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you think that kind of sneaks in? Do you think the imposter syndrome just kind of sneaks in as the person is elevating in life? Or do you think this is something that a person is like, oh, well, now this is this, so I need to do this?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it can sneak up on you as you're elevating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that can happen. And I feel like most people who experience imposter syndrome, there have been some significant places that have kind of added to the imposter syndrome.
Exactly.
And so it can be all kinds of things. I talk about, for me, the imposter syndrome, my perfectionism. Part of that has been kind of a function of growing up in educational systems where I was the only little black girl, usually around non-minority, non-black,
Yeah.
non-people of color, the teachers, the other students. And
Yeah.
so being that lone black umbrella
Yes.
in this big sea of non-black,
Yeah.
and not just that experience, but then again, there have been individual interactions that kind of added to that or triggered that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like when you're in those rooms that eyes are on you, like,
Of
how
course.
is she here?
That, right? And even if nobody said that out loud,
You-
feel it, right?
Because we're not crazy. Let's
Right.
talk about overdoing. So do you ever feel like you do? You
Oh
overdo?
yeah. Yeah, lots of ways. In school particularly, right? In school, feeling like, hey, it's gotta be an A. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you've been
Hey.
there. I know you've been there.
Not me, but somebody, somebody has.
Somebody.
Our producer.
Right? Somebody you know.
And it's still acting like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
So definitely in school, in relationships, right?
So you had to get an A.
Yeah, of
Girl,
course.
I'm mad at that.
Yeah. Now, and I definitely feel like part of that was not all of the explanation, but there was a piece there that was the cause of my divorce, right? Of, feeling like I've got to fix the
Yes,
thing,
ma'am.
right? I'm not doing enough.
Yes,
Even though
ma'am.
I was doing too much. I was, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's over functioning, and that imposter syndrome can show up wherever you are.
In everything, in anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
As a parent,
Yes.
I'm still learning how to,
Pull back.
yeah,
A little?
just, tap the brake a bit, or at least take the foot off the gas.
But at least you're conscious of that. Now you're more so being intentional to work on that. How does imposter syndrome, how do you think it causes trauma?
The definition of trauma that I like to go with
With-
my clients is any situation where the demands that are on you in some way overwhelm your available
Yes.
resources. So, you know, there are so many experiences in our life that may actually fit that definition.
Right.
Right? And so, you know, I talk to my clients a lot about, like, oh, you know, that technically fits the definition of trauma, right?
Yes.
Because I think there are a lot of our experiences that we don't necessarily, we don't think it fits the standard. Like,
Yeah.
no, I've never experienced trauma.
Right.
And then they tell me a little bit of their history.
And then you find
Yeah.
their trauma.
Yes. Right. Like,
And they're just highly functioning through it.
right. That's it. Just the high functioning. Yeah.
I
You
feel
have-
like I'm in a therapy session because
Look,
we just be working through it.
We just push
be
through.
keep moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Why do we do that?
Well, we have been taught to
yeah.
push, conditioned to just kind of push through. But in some ways, I think, like when I look at myself and a lot of my clients, I feel like it's a generational thing, right? Because I feel like my mom's generation, they were just doing what they thought was the best thing to do, right? Like,
Exactly.
hey, go to school, right? Get a degree,
Yeah.
do this, dress right, like
Yeah.
all these things, like things that they thought were going to help us to be successful.
Exactly.
And not necessarily like in this elevation way, but just surviving.
Yes.
This is the best way to survive this world.
And I think that's what we got caught up on.
Yeah.
We got caught up on surviving. We got caught up on being strong and pushing through. So
Right.
even now, as a mother, and I just literally, probably a couple weeks ago, had a whole conversation. They were like, why are you just like, go, go, go? Like, you are not weak. Like, you know,
Huh?
I have found myself like, and to me, I'm telling them like, it's just me basically trying to get you to push through. Like, don't
Yeah.
stay in this place. Don't stay depressed. Don't stay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that comes from growing up in a certain way,
Yeah.
but even having to do it for myself.
Right.
So I think because it worked for me, I'm like
Yeah.
pushing it on them. And I think it does work to an extent, but they'd be like, Mama, just let me go through it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I get it, but I don't want them to stay there
Right.
too long. So that
Yeah.
it becomes,
So exactly. So you kind of understand the message, even though the approach wasn't always healthy.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And how do you transform the things you found to be traumatic to you? How do you transform that into motivation? Because as a therapist, counselor, I know we can sometimes use our own experiences
Right.
to help other people. So how do you do that?
Yeah. It definitely has been a process. You know what I'm saying? Of like actually getting to a place of awareness, like personal awareness. And it has counseling, my own counseling in some ways, right? But honestly, going through a divorce was an opportunity to reflect. If you're willing, it could be a pivot, but and so taking the time to stop. Well, number one, and before my divorce, and saying, "Hey, do I want to continue to sit here and fix this and work on it? Is this worth it?" Right? Things like that. So that required a lot of reflection.
Yes.
Going through the divorce itself. And then the
Ooh.
recovery
Of it.
after that, right?
I wonder, do people realize? I mean, I'm sure those that have experienced it realize the process in it, but it's a real process. It's almost like grieving the death.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, definitely it's grief. Yeah. I mean, you're grief, and I tell people you're grieving a lot, not just that person.
Yes.
And that can, there can be a lot of layers with that, whether you're really sad or not, and depending on how that goes. But losing that person, but also losing the life that you had pictured for yourself, and grieving all of that. You may lose a household, like a home, right? Like financially, there can be a lot of losses. There are so many pieces to it.
Tiny pieces that I don't know. Do you think we think those through when we're making the decision, or kind of like after?
I think most people after,
Like what?
if they're willing to even, because some people aren't even willing to reflect after.
On that, yeah.
Right? Because, you know, some people, hey, they
Get going.
leave and then they boom to the next one. Because
Done.
they never take the time to really
To heal themselves.
heal for
and-
real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I like the heal for real.
For
Girl.
real. Yes. But it is a process, child. It is a process.
Exactly. Give me a scenario in which you helped, we're going to talk women, and you felt like that person did not accept what you were sharing. How did that make you feel?
Well, so like as a therapist, right? I think particularly if we talk about that imposter syndrome piece, right? Having a client, for example, who you're like, hey, you've got all the experience, you've got the research, right? You've studied, so you're offering suggestions here, and then the person doesn't take that suggestion. I think in the beginning, it can definitely be taken personally, right? Because we're human.
Yeah.
Well, why not, right? What's wrong with me? Why?
Yes.
Maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was, or
There it goes, right?
right, or whatever the things are. I have, over time, right? You know, when I was a baby therapist,
Oh, yes, yes.
it really hurt my feelings. You know what I'm
Yes, I
saying?
mean,
Because
that's
like,
a real feeling.
well,
Like,
did I get it wrong? Like, oh, you know, what's wrong with me? Now that I'm older, one, and have had more experience, I'm getting to the place where I don't necessarily take it personally. But that took a while because, right, like just getting over some of that imposter
it
stuff.
breaks that down,
Yes,
doesn't it?
yes. And that perfectionism stuff, like, oh my gosh, I didn't help this person. Like, what am I doing? Maybe I'm in the wrong profession. Well,
You can be
you
telling
know?
us all the good things.
Yeah, and they still won't listen. So now
Right.
I understand that now, you know, that, you know, when clients come in to counseling, they're at a particular place for themselves.
Yes.
Now, I have in some ways even shifted my work with clients.
There you go.
You know, I try to meet them where they are. So if they're not ready, I don't even
Yes.
put it out there because
Yeah.
you're not ready.
Not that approach anyway.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
okay, I see some other things. Let's work on that.
Right. Yeah.
No, seriously.
You know, we'll hold on for this and we'll come back.
Yes.
So I think, but again, I think a lot of that comes with experience over time and being reflective
Yeah.
and, you know,
Learning
allowing
how-
people to have their own process.
I love that because everybody's not in the same place. You know,
Yeah.
even if they come to you and they're like, hey, I just need this. And you get, like you say, you get to listening
Right.
and you're like, no, you need that.
Right.
You don't need this. Yes.
Right. You-
We'll get you.
Right. But you know, that over functioning piece, right? Like feeling like, oh no, I'm going to fix this.
Yes.
Right? Like feeling like
'Cause
you
we
got to
think we
fix
can.
everything.
Yep.
And you know what? It's
I'm a fixer.
It
I
ain't-
try.
right. I know.
And then be forgetting when it's time to fix myself. like, what did I tell them? Oh no, I can't even grasp that. Now I need to call you. Can you fix my life?
Right.
Because
Be like a
I can
llama.
fix theirs. I can help fix theirs, but I can't fix my
Well,
own.
of course, I mean, it's easier to see other people's problems.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Do you have your own personal therapist aside from yourself?
Currently, I do not.
Okay.
I had one earlier this year. And that particular therapist kind of took me as far as she could take
go.
me, you know. And so I had looked for another therapist, get on my little soapbox about insurance.
Oh, yes, yes.
I'm not going to go there, but so yes, I am looking for a new therapist,
Come on.
particularly that works with dysfunctional or disordered eating, right? But I mean, think about how we were brought up. It becomes a mentality, and yeah, it's a whole thing. You know?
So tell us a little bit about what you have going on, whether it's your business, whether it's something fun that you're doing for yourself. Like, give us the scoop on that.
Ooh, the scoop. So let's see. Scoop. So for 2026,
Okay.
I'm definitely focusing on growing my faith.
Yes.
And it's the same thing. Like the Lord,
Yeah.
He knows you're not ready for the things and stuff.
He knows us. And we be over here impostering.
Right. So I guess now that I have, I've gotten ready, I have noticed that things have been coming to me, and I'm like, oh,
Girl,
I never realized this. Like I never understood it this way. You know what I'm saying? So like all these things open up. So I'm like, okay, because I feel like I have been a Christian my whole life. That's what it feels like, and I'm, grew up in church. Like literally have held all the roles in church.
Yeah.
Memorized scripture, all the things.
Yeah.
But now I am learning how to understand, even just kind of understanding scripture or stories differently.
Yes.
And how to apply some of those things in
your
very
life.
different ways.
Yes.
So that's my personal piece for
Love
my
it.
growth for 2026. And
Very
professionally,
intentional. Love it.
right? For professional stuff, I am planning to start a group soon. Two things, I think. One on relationship clarity.
Oh,
I've already
cool.
kind of mentioned that piece of those over-functioning women of us who really are in a place where they're trying to figure out,
Yes.
how do I get the most that I want and need out of my relationship? Is this the best relationship for me?
Right.
And if I'm feeling stuck, why am I feeling stuck? And how can I get unstuck?
To work through it. Yes.
So I'll be starting a group focused on that population. And couples work overall is my thing. I love it, right? And so I will be training, prepare, enrich facilitators
Nice.
this year. So I'm excited about that. So it allows me to get back to the teaching part of
the teaching
myself,
aspect of it. Good.
but also brings in helping people, help couples
Yes.
have healthier relationships
I
and
love
more
this.
fulfilling relationships. Yeah.
Tell them how they can find you. I know you mentioned earlier. What all platforms are you on?
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok. I think I'm
Okay.
technically on Threads. So across the board, typically you could either find me by searching Ticily Medley or at Dr. T Medley
At Dr. T Medley.
at all the places.
Love it. Before we go, I want to tell you, I love these pop-up videos you've been doing lately.
Girl.
Love it. So how are you coming? Are you just driving and then something drops in your mind and you're like, let me tell the people?
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. So when I tell you, I feel like the Lord sends stuff to me all the time,
Yes.
and I'll write it down,
Yep.
and then I don't do anything with it.
Yep.
And so I said to myself, okay, Lord, when He sends it, I'm gonna record it, because
Yes.
again, kind of getting getting over this perfectionism stuff because I would feel like, oh, well, I don't have time to record and edit it and do all the things. So now I'm like, okay, when it comes, I'll just record it. Doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be edited. Like,
Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect.
so that's how you've gotten the
And
recent
I love it.
activity.
I be like, oh, what we
Yeah.
talking about today?
Right? Oh, yes.
Get my little therapy session in.
I know, right? Just hey.
I love that.
Get it how it comes.
I'm telling you, we
Yeah.
have to. But
Yeah.
yes, I really appreciate those, so keep those coming. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people?
You know, I think a lot of the people who follow me know that I'm a stroke, you know the word.
Yeah.
Recoverer. You know, I feel like again, kind of as women of color, we deal with a lot of stress,
Yes, we
right?
do.
And again, we feel like, especially this generation, we feel like we're supposed to just push through.
Yeah.
And so this is my PSA for,
Yes, come on.
particularly for women of color. You don't have to push through, child. And
Come on.
sometimes you just need to rest.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not yours to fix, right? Sometimes it's okay to just let things sit and let it be.
And watch it fix itself out without us.
Right, it will.
Oh my Lord, girl, you talking to me, and I have to be intentional to say, you know what? Everything is not for you to fix. So
Right.
sit back and watch it fix itself.
And you know, part of that kind of that faith walk, realizing the Lord is like, girl, you realize you're not even the
You
one
ain't
fixing
even the
this.
one doing it. I've been doing it.
I've been doing this. Yes. So,
Wow. Thank you for coming.
yes.
I appreciate
Yes.
you so much. Thank y'all for joining in. This is Take Two with Toy.